Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So listen, y'all know about my little diagnosis or whatever with the breast cancer, right? So my son ended up getting suspended from school week before last about an incident that happened in class. He claimed he ain't had nothing to do with it. And that, it was just his friend went off on some girl, the girl that went to the office and told the people blah 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 blah. So he then ended up getting suspended for 10 days. Now, me personally, I don't think it was worth no 10-day suspension, but it is what it is. Okay, whatever. So Monday I was a little bit down when I went in to go get my port surgery, because it became surreal to me. I've been able to ignore it up until this point, so it's not becoming surreal to me, right? So I go to the hospital on Thursday, and my son goes to an all white school. Almost, it's a mixture, but it's mostly like white staff or whatever. So he is very popular. Like, my son is very popular. If we in the store, he gonna know somebody. Around the neighborhood, he gonna know somebody. So his name is forever caught up in some foolishness, okay? So my boyfriend been having him looking at all of these little movies. I cannot remember the name of the movie with Denzel Washington when he was the football coach. He been having him looking at stuff like that, having him looking at like other films and making him write a report about it. And making him write a report about it so that he's able to recount his experience, or like this, and you ain't stuttering and doing all of that. So he came to the house or whatever, and he came back and he was upset. He was like, I told him to write the report, he ain't wrote the report yet, blah blah blah. So he was frustrated. So y'all, a couple days prior, I was like, Lord, I'm ready to give up on my kids. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was like, Lord, I'm ready to give up on my kids because I can't deal with this. Like, when he first got suspended, I was like, I cannot deal with this. Like, I didn't been diagnosed with a cancer diagnosis. I cannot deal with this. I am not about to deal with this. I am not going to be stressed out about no motherfucking kids. Okay, I'm not. And I'm not a person that really gets stressed. But I'm like, I'm not going to be, I can't worry about that and this. This is how I'm making it logical to myself. Can't worry about that and this. And so I was on my work computer the other day, and I got on YouTube, and somebody had uploaded how to fight for your kids, and they posted Nehemiah chapter 4, the entire chapter. And in this chapter, if you've ever read this chapter, I had never read it before, so I just read it before I came on to talk to y'all. So if you've ever read this chapter, it's talking about how their enemies had found out that they were rebuilding in Jerusalem, and they were trying to go back and attack them, and Nehemiah prayed a prayer. But as they were rebuilding, as Nehemiah continued to rebuild, they were building with one hand and they were holding the weapons with the other hand, just in case they had to go to battle, just in case people showed up and they had to let them know what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I had seen that the other day as that thought had crossed my mind. It had not came out my mouth yet, but the thought had crossed my mind. And so I immediately just went into warfare. Like, I am one of them type of people. Everything is spiritual, okay? Everything spiritual. God is in everything, and He reveals. He gives us a discernment, okay, so that we can know what to pray for. He gives us intercession so that we can know what to pray for, how to intercede for people, including our family members. So as I let that thought cross my mind, I was scrolling and I seen this. And I had a dream about my older son, and my youngest son got his little ish going on. And so, like I said, I came across this, and I didn't read it at the time, but I had come across it, and I felt like that was God speaking to me. So Thursday, while I'm in the hospital, and this man came back and told me, this child of mine just wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. I was sitting over there. I was like, Lord, like, I'm really about to get. I'm this close. I'm this close putting this little 13-year-old out my house. Like, I'm this close. And as that thought came to my mind, and I was crying and I was shedding tears, because not me, who laid down and hunched and birthed these two children, talking about you gonna give up on your kids, sis. No, you can't give up on your kids. You can't give up on yourself. And you cannot let a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with your kids start making you doubt your children. So this is how the enemy be working, right? This is how the enemy be working. Like, he's slick, he cunning. Me looking at my situation that doesn't have anything to do with my children, that is so selfish of me. That's like, It's all about me. But my kids, I'm going to leave my kids uncovered. And I don't never rock like that. Like, I've never had thoughts in my mind to where I'm just about to get, let me say this. Let me retract. My oldest son don't really give me no problems. Like, I might have to get on his case every now and again, but he doesn't give me any problems. My youngest son, he's not a bad kid. He's they say don't call your kids spoiled. He's a mama's boy, but he don't really he's so lackadaisical. And I keep telling him, like, baby, let me tell you something. These people don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. I be on your case because I care about you. These people don't care anything about you. So, but he's like very lackadaisical. But what I am going to say, now last year, he's behind, we're getting in trouble over and over and over. And I feel like it was because he wasn't really mature enough to be in middle school. But this year, he has made like almost a 180. He ain't really been getting in trouble. He has not really been getting in trouble. He's been doing his work. He made honor roll last semester. Like, he been doing his work. He really have been doing what he need to do. But from time to time, he be getting in trouble. Like, he got a referral because he was late to class a couple days. Or more than 3 times, because he probably walking and running his goddamn mouth. And then he ended up getting a referral saying that he was skipping class, and come to find out he wasn't skipping class. The teacher told him to come to his class during another period, and then forgot that he told him to come to the class. So they ended up writing him up. And I told the man straight up, I said, listen, I don't feel like, because he was like, I forgot that I told him to come to the class, so another teacher seen him and wrote him up. And I said, I don't feel like he was deserving of no referral, because you told him to come to your class and then you forgot. And whether he was taking his precious time getting back to the next class or not, you told him to come to your class. But I'm going to let that ride. But now he's suspended for 10 days. So it's just like every time you turn around, it is something with them. They be calling for the smallest stuff. Like, they're in middle school. And so with this situation that has happened, I'm like, well, where was the teacher? Because the teachers don't never seem, it just always goes straight to the dean. Like, it's never a teacher. He never has a problem in class. It's always the dean calling about something. Y'all let me know if I'm being a little biased. You know what I'm saying? Because I knock the piss out my kids quick. I don't got no problem with doing that. But I was just like, I'm finna give up. I'm giving up on these kids, Lord. I'm giving up. And God said, checkmate. No, you ain't. You can't. You won't. I trusted them with you. I gave them to you. It is your responsibility as their mother, not only to provide for them, not only to care for them, not only to discipline them, but to go to war in the spirit for them. So, yeah. I just want to come on and say, have y'all ever got to the point where y'all just feel like I want to give up on my kids? And I don't know why. Like, I don't even know why I would think. Like, I had my first son at 14. My mama didn't give up on me. As a matter of fact, my mama found out I was pregnant at 13. And my grandma cried so bad. She made me cry. My grandma was the one that made me cry. But my mama said, I got your front, your back, your top, your bottom, and your in between. My mama never gave up on me. And I'm sitting over here talking about, y'all, I'm about to get teary-eyed. I'm sitting over here talking about I'm finna give up on my kids about something that don't got nothing to do with them. It's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. Like, and I know that this cancer diagnosis is literally, it is attached to the spiritual realm. I know that, like, I don't have a history of that. It's not something that runs in my family. Even my genetic testing showed they don't know where it came from. It's not genetic. They don't even know where it came from. So I know that it has something to do with the spiritual realm. But how dare me have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say I was going to give up on my kids when God ain't never gave up on me. I would be ashamed of myself. Tell me I be knocking the piss out my kids. Somebody should have knocked the piss out of me. I really sat in that hospital and thought about that, y'all. Transparent moment for me. Bye.